So there was some list. Let's see. Where did this list come from?
This list came from USA Today.
Yeah, I don't know. The Browns finished number 4. The Browns are always like near the bottom of these uniform lists, but in this USA Today article, they were ranked 4th. Let's see. I don't know who was voting on this. Oh, it wasn't like a fan vote. It's just this person, Christian DeAndrea, who just decided to rank all the jerseys. Do you buy the Browns as a top 5 jersey?
Yeah, it's number 1.
Really?
Beautiful.
Not even close.
It's beautiful. What's wrong with it?
You think most people would think the Browns are a top 5 jersey? I thought most Browns fans hated the jerseys.
No, I like the Browns jerseys. Like I told Ant,
Really?
Browns, the Packers, the Bears. I like the classic looks. You know, just the
You
simple.
like the Commanders going back to the
Yeah, I do.
Redskins
I do.
jersey?
I like that too. I like those simple but effective classic looks. Like jerseys that ain't doing too much. I think you can rock the color brown if you know how to dress. So like,
Well, that's fair.
I mean, so.
I mean, I like
them.
I like the powder blue Chargers jerseys. Those is fire. I like the Seattle throwback jerseys.
That was fire.
I like the creamsicle Buccaneers. I like the red Patriots jerseys. But it is something about when the Browns wear that throwback jersey, the all whites. I do like that's my favorite look for them.
Yeah, I think if you ask you guys are biased because you grew up as Browns fans, and
If you ask
neutral people, the Browns are near the bottom.
Yeah, for
Nobody
sure.
wants to wear them. Those colors are ugly. You think of losing when you think of the Browns.
The
most
49ers
fans.
jersey is one of my favorites of all
Yeah, I
time.
love the 49ers. I like the Steve Largent Seahawks. I love the Chargers have the best uniforms. The Bills I love. The Packers are great uniforms. I don't really care that much. The Bears are, solid. The Dolphins have really nice uniforms.
Yeah, I like
to
that
me,
color.
the Browns are not top 5, but honestly, I don't really care that much. It's not something I think about very often. But what do players always say? Look good, feel good.
Would you ever buy a Browns jersey?
I have Browns jerseys
Oh,
because
do
when
you?
I go to tailgate, I like to wear the jersey.
Wait, who you got?
I got Derek Anderson,
Okay.
and I got a couple others. I haven't worn them in so long. I don't even know if they fit me anymore. I can't even remember who else I have. I think I got a Baker, or maybe my son is a Baker.
You ain't getting a Nick Chubb jersey?
I have a Nick Chubb, yes. I have a Nick Chubb jersey, but I almost never wear them.
I mean, I just pulled the tote out with all my jerseys. I was looking at them yesterday. I got some.
Some good ones?
I do. Not football related. Because, see, for me, playing football and then wearing football jerseys is kind of.
It's weird.
Yeah.
I buy jerseys. I like jerseys. Like when the Browns had the before they came back to this version.
Yeah.
I had like 6 or 7 of those. I ended up giving those away and buying these. I want a Quinshon Judkins jersey. I want a Martin Emerson jersey, but he got to get the contract first because this is Cleveland.
Because he could be gone at the end of this year.
Number one. But like this is Cleveland. Like when you
game
spend that type of money on a jersey, you got to make sure that player is going to be here for a while. But
What do you guys think about that bottom 5? I like the Falcons.
I like the Falcons jerseys, too.
I like the
The
Cardinals
rest
jersey.
of them is bland.
Yeah.
I like the red Cardinals jersey.
No.
Yeah, I do.
The rest of them plain to me,
Yeah.
but the Falcons,
What's the second to worst 5 there? The one before this?
We don't have that as a graphic. Hold
Oh.
on, let me pull it up here.
Okay.
So you're looking for what, 27?
That doesn't matter.
I was going to say Jacksonville's at 27. You've got the
Yeah.
Seahawks at 26. The Broncos are
Really?
25.
I like the Seahawks.
I got the Seahawks
Yeah.
that low?
I mean, it's just one guy's opinion.
Well, he's wrong.
The Jaguars jerseys though from the mid-90s, like when Mark Brunell was the quarterback.
Those are sweet.
Yeah,
like the
with
blue
Jimmy
with the
Smith
black
Kenny
and the
what was his name? Kenny
Freaky-
McCardell.
freaky
What's
tees.
that kind of blue called? I don't even remember.
Teal.
That's teal.
Oh, that's teal, right?
That's teal.
Okay, yeah. Those were cool. I did
Those
like
teal.
those.
Those was dope.
I like the Bengals uniforms. I think they're
don't
fine.
know.
I don't love them, but it depends what. I kind of like the white ones with the black stripes. I don't really like the orange that they use.
I like the black on black.
The black
When
on
Bengals
black's
were,
pretty good.
I'm trying to
black
think
on black.
non-Browns players jersey. Who, if I could buy a jersey, who would I buy?
Like
I'll
a
buy
current
Marshawn
player?
Lattimore.
Yeah, like a current player.
I'll buy Marshawn Lattimore.
Joe Burrow.
I'd buy that. That's a good
You not
one.
buying a Joe Burrow?
I'd buy Joe Burrow.
I'm going to get killed for it, but Lamar. I'd get a Lamar Jackson
That is
jersey. The
what-
Ravens
They
have good
would
uniforms.
boo you.
I like.
That's
I hate. I do love Lamar. I really like him. I'm a big fan of his game. He's won me 2 fantasy championships over the years, and I like Lamar. I hate the Ravens, but I like Lamar. He's very.
I think I might.
He's hard to root
Even
against.
if I don't wear the
That
jersey,
what
that
jersey-
Marshawn and
what
that
jersey
Commanders
number he got
jersey,
in
I
that
think he got
Command-
23.
That's a good one.
Yeah, but
Between
like
that and that Joe Burrow, them is
Like,
two,
there's-
that Joe Burrow jersey would be fire.
Only
But that-
jersey-
but that from being from Cleveland, like you gotta come Marshawn.
Yeah.
Like that.
you try to buy like the Ted Ginn Dolphins jersey, that was fire.
That one was fire. That
That was fire.
First one.
Travis Kelce jersey, gotta have that. Kareem Hunt, you gotta have that. Marshawn, you gotta have that. Like if you from here, I'll buy your jersey. And you play in the
Alright.
league, I'll buy your jersey.
Who we forgetting? There's other guys.
The corner in Seattle.
Do you have a Tyvis Powell jersey?
The corner
No.
in Seattle.
You know what's
I've
so
asked
funny?
you for your Denver one.
Hey, you know what's so funny about that?
I gotta find them all. They probably in that same tote. I seen a couple of them in that tote I was in yesterday.
Cecil told me yesterday. He said, "Send me your address. I'm about to send you a jersey." I said, "Really?"
Yeah.
Yeah, I got.
He sent you one of his own jerseys.
One of his own jerseys.
Nice.
I got all them jerseys just sitting there. I got like 4 from San Fran. I got 2 from Seattle, and I got Denver. I got 1 from Denver. 'cause
What about
I,
your Browns jersey?
I wasn't there on their season, so I didn't get it.
Oh, you
What
didn't
about
get
the
an actual
Cowboys jersey?
Do I got a Cowboys jersey?
People don't even know.
The Cowboys
Do you have
have
any
cool.
college jerseys?
By the way, the Cowboys
Oh, yeah, I
have
got
cool
like 10 of
uniforms
them.
too. The Cowboys have cool
That aren't your
uniforms.
own.
I like the Cowboys uniforms.
Was it 40?
45.
45?
Do I have my Cowboys jersey? That's
I don't
actually
know.
a good question. I
Find
don't
it. Let me know.
I don't know if I got that. I don't know if they gave me that.
Out of the big 4 sports, do you guys think the NFL has the best looking jerseys overall?
No.
Because I think it's hockey.
Hockey.
It's hockey.
Yeah,
easily.
hockey by far.
The basketball jerseys are weird because
There ain't nothing you can
Did you
walking
see
around with no
LeBron's
sleeves.
Blue Jackets jersey? He had a custom Columbus Blue Jackets jersey on.
I want to get me a blue jacket. First of all, it's a sweater. I want to get me a blue jacket sweater so bad. That's what, I know. Listen, I said the same thing, and they said the same thing to me. They're like, I want me a jersey.
G. Bush
It's
used
a
to wear
sweater.
like the Blackhawks and the
you should get
Ducks.
the-
He stopped wearing them.
Yeah, you should get the blue jackets. My
The
problem
throwback
is
one with the cannons.
I like
the best.
my
baseball
problem is
jerseys.
if I get a Blue
What's that?
Jackets jersey,
Baseball.
I don't know if I should get a Blue Jackets jersey with somebody that's playing or should I like put my own name on it.
Put your own on there.
I think you should do your own.
So my friend of mine for my 50th birthday bought me a Cubs jersey and it says the Bull in the back.
I like that.
I want a Fernando
You should
Tatis
wear it.
jersey.
Well, you can
I
wear it.
can't
on-
fit into it right now.
That with the gold and the brown off that white. The Padres color scheme. That's
Padres are
cold.
sweet.
That's cold.
I want a
Tampa
baseball.
Bay Rays.
You know
City
what?
Connects.
You know,
Yeah,
I
there's
was
some cool City Connect jerseys.
I was
yeah.
actually looking at throwback baseball jerseys last night.
Did you see the Astros from like the 80s? I like with all the crazy like.
yeah, with they
colors,
wear that
yeah.
now, don't they?
Yeah.
They do once in a while. You're right.
But I was looking at it was only 2. I was on Mitchell and Ness, and it was only
Yeah.
2 jerseys that really kind of stuck out to me.
What's that?
White Sox.
No, like 2 players. It was Ken Griffey and Mark McGuire.
Ken Griffey in Seattle or
Yeah, see,
Cincinnati?
they had both of them, but I wanted to see Seattle one.
Hey,
And
Ken
that's where
Griffey
it's-
is
Yeah,
Seattle.
exactly.
Yeah.
But then they had the Mark McGuire in St. Louis, and I'm like, I probably
No,
would
see,
go
I would get the
McGuire.
Mark McGuire with the Oakland
With the
A's.
A's. But he wasn't that. I mean,
It don't matter. It'd be the color scheme. So, like, I used to wear a lot of, like, baseball lids.
Yeah.
And that gold and green, that's tough.
Yeah. I mean, the Cardinals are a classic look, too. The baseball Cardinals.
They had Ryan Howard. I forgot all about Ryan Howard.
You know I know him.
You know him?
I mean, I haven't spoken to him in years, but...
Oh, like y'all like went out to dinner or something?
Yeah, I mean, well...
You talking about Ryan Howard to play for the Phillies, right?
No, I mean,
He played for
retired.
he played for the.
No, he played for the Phillies.
Oh, yeah, he
No,
did play for the Phillies.
He's from Missouri, though.
Okay.
No, he played for the minor league team that I was doing play-by-play for.
Oh.
I called his first professional home run. And we were pretty friendly back then, but, you know, I haven't seen him in years. But he and his wife write children's books now,
Good for
which
you.
is pretty cool. I'd like to get him on the show. That would be cool because I haven't spoken to him in years. He was awesome because when in A-ball, you'd get players to come every day. You'd get 3 players to sign autographs. And most of the players would do it because you get free food when you did it. And those guys weren't making any money.
Yeah.
But, you know, sometimes the guys that were the higher draft picks didn't always want to do it. We would make them once in a while. But, like, he was a pretty high draft pick. We only had one first-round pick the 3 years we were there. That was Chase Utley, who played for the Phillies a long time, really good player. But Ryan Howard would always volunteer to do autographs. Almost every day he'd volunteer. And I thought that was pretty cool because he was the best player on the team. He was the highest draft pick that year. And yet and all the kids would lose their minds. But he would sign autographs almost every day.
That's the one thing I wish if I could go back in like my football career. Every Tuesday, the team would have some type of volunteer opportunity where you would do something in the community.
Yeah.
And it wasn't mandatory. In Seattle as a rookie,
Yeah.
it was mandatory. You had to go every Saturday.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because all those Tuesdays that I would do that when I was a rookie, like when I seen it, I used to be like, I don't really want to do that. But when I did it, it was like, I'm so glad I did that.
Yeah.
And like once I became a veteran, like I stopped doing them. And I was so mad at myself, like I should have did that. Like I should have kept doing those things because those was fun and it was so impactful and you really like got to mingle with people and they got to hear your story and then they became fans and they started to follow your career and it really was some good interaction. So I was actually mad at myself because it wasn't until I got to Denver that I really realized like, man, I should have been doing this all the time. But by that time it was way too late. And so moral of the story, if you got an opportunity to volunteer, do it.
All right, Anthony.